Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. I assume you can see that. And for the supportive oracle cards, the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Alright, already shuffled. So let's... Taurus? Yeah, Taurus first. Ooh. Looks like a good start. A couple double cards going on here. Is that on the card? No. There's a rainbow on the card. But it's because of the prism, which is fine. But I'm getting here like this seems to be going in a good direction for you. Okay. What's up with that? Alright, so this is kind of transferring back and forth. More over here, but it does lead into this. Might be getting card drunk. Let's just see. You know, if there's more cards we need to do after, we'll add them in, but I didn't think it was going to be that complicated. Well, there's a pile of stuff there, but we'll find out. Where are we starting from? Right here. So this is on your partner's side, the Six of Swords. Now this seems to be reminiscent of moving on typically, or trying to get away from a difficulty, trying to walk away from a difficulty, trying to not deal with something. I'm kind of getting this is about not dealing with something, which also makes me feel like this boat's going to sink. In the sense of, like, I don't feel like they're going to get away from whatever they're trying. They're trying to move away from their troubles. They're trying to ignore something. But I know this is wrong, but I really feel like that boat's going to sink. I don't feel like that's going to work. But it seems like that's where they are. They're trying to do that right now. You, on the other hand, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. I'm trying to fight like a yawn. I'm telling you, I don't know where that's coming from, but like there's a hiccup and a yawn that keeps trying to come through, and I'm just like, listen, calm down. I have to do things. With these two cards, for you, you're sustaining the situation? No, you're not. Whatever they're trying to get away from, you're not really, it's not like you're doing it for them, but you're going along your normal path. You're still the same reliable source. I feel like you're aware of what they're kind of doing to a degree. I'm getting like, somewhat. Definitely there's love for your partner, but you're aware that something isn't quite on the level here. You know they're trying to not deal with something. They're trying to run away from something. And I don't feel like you like that, but you love them. I'm kind of getting like the love is there on your side, so I'm not questioning that, but I feel like it's at a lower level. A lot of times lately when I see the Page of Cups, sometimes it can be a childlike fun, excitement, but I feel like in this, it's just saying the love is definitely there. It just seems like you're going more along the norm than... I don't feel like anything's really inspiring you beyond the norm, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, you love your partner, but it's just same stuff, different day. I don't know why it's coming across that way. Like, it's nothing out of the ordinary for you to love your partner. It's just the way you always feel about your partner. What is going on with this card? Your partner really isn't feeling very happy and is feeling kind of inadequate to handle whatever that problem is and is trying to get away from it. I'm still getting that ship, that little boat's going to sink. I still think that boat's going to sink on your partner. We'll see. Because I'm noticing they're hitting like this, the Hanged Man. They're hitting the Hanged Man. Because they're trying to get away from something that just, it doesn't seem like it's really possible. Like they're going to have to handle it. And it's almost like they're in this little boat trying to not deal with going to the shore, but they have to go to shore sooner or later. That's kind of what I feel. Like they have to pick shore. Some part of the shore they're going to have to land. and they just feel like they're out here on the water in this boat, the Six of Swords, and they don't really want to deal with it. It's almost like a self-imposed Hanged Man situation. Usually when you look at this card, it's the situation is the way it is, and nothing can be done at the moment. But I feel like it's kind of self-imposed in this situation. Especially when I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles is what's kind of keeping the situation where it is. I feel like these are matching in the sense of like, life is good, and whatever this changes or situation that's going on, your partner doesn't want to deal with it because they feel it's going to change things. Alright. So why does this seem a lot about your partner? I feel like the last couple readings I've done in Earth, maybe I haven't done them in a couple days, but I'm thinking they felt more about the partner than the person I was reading for. Huh. Which is fine. As long as it works out for you. Now, next to the Hanged Man for your partner, ask your angels. So I feel like they need kind of a little support here, but I don't really think you know exactly what's going on there anyway. So they could use a little encouragement. I almost feel like in a roundabout way you know that they're kind of skirting around something. I feel like you kind of are aware of this. I don't feel like this is a new situation in the sense of like this has happened before and you've seen this behavior. And I feel like you're just kind of waiting it out. But a little encouragement might help. Especially with Ask Your Angels is there and it's on their side going out. Like they could use a little extra support. I don't know how much you can do except a couple words. But showing your support, showing that you believe in them could help. I'm trying not to yawn. I don't know why that yawn. As soon as I sit down, I get the yawns, I get the burps, I get the whatever you got going on there. I get an itchy face. It's always so much fun. Now, we're going here? No. These two together? No. Okay. This is what's keeping the situation where it is. They're happy, everything seems fine, but they don't want the situation to change. You have the justice on your side for what's keeping the situation where it is. In the sense of like this is something your partner should be handling. And it's just kind of like one of those things where you don't have enough intel to know exactly what to say anyway. It's not like you wouldn't help your partner. That's not the issue. It's just kind of like it's a situation where the information you would have would be so sparse that it just, you can encourage your partner, but I feel like helping them actually make a decision or helping them figure out what to do next is just, you're not involved with whatever they're doing that much. It's just, it would be very sparse information, just taking it on the fly, and I don't feel like you're comfortable with that at the moment anyway, but you want to support your partner, and you are, but you're kind of like, you know what, I'm handling my side of what's going on. And I feel like you got things going pretty well, for the most part. They're actually telling me that doesn't have anything to do with this situation. But what's going on here is the way you're relating to your partner. You have responsibilities, they have their responsibilities, and you're just trying not to overstep your welcome or bounds, depending how you're looking at it. Is there anything else with this? You're feeling like whatever they're handling, they need to handle, and it's not something for you to be involved. That's kind of what I'm getting here. All right. It's weird because this is clearly going to affect your relationship, whatever's going on your partner's side. And I feel like that's part of the issue. That's partly why your partner's skirting around this, because they have something to tell you. But it's not like bad for the relationship. They're just not thinking you're going to be overly joyed about it. I don't know. They have to tell you some stuff. We haven't gotten that far yet. So let's go a little farther and find out. So the love between you and your partner, I'm seeing that in other cards here, so I'm not questioning that in any sense. But what's in their spiritual sense is the Tower card, followed by the Star card, followed by the King of Wands. So your partner needs to make some changes. They need to get some things done. But with the Star card, with the Tower card, that's definitely an abrupt change. Definitely a shocking type of thing. But with the Star card, even though it may be pushed off the cliff, like it's like you're at the edge of the cliff and you're pushed off it, but you're going into some cool water and it's a hot day out, like it's not a bad thing. It's scary. It's like you wouldn't want to be, maybe you wouldn't jump off this cliff, but the fact that somebody pushed you off and you went into cool water and you're okay, like it was a scary trip, but you're okay, it worked out for you, that type of thing, that's kind of what I'm getting here with the Star card with the Tower. Like, it's like a scary push off a cliff, but you end up in the water and you're cool and you're fine. But this is on your partner's side, I do want to say. And the King of Wands here is like, there's things they got to do, things that are going to happen. And they have an active role in this. I feel like these are things they've already started, and this is just kind of the after effect. Okay. And it's also kind of what they're trying to get away from. Because when I dropped it, it went right on this card, the Six of Swords. They're trying to get away from it, they're trying to get around it. But I feel like it's after effect to something they already started. After effect. The things are changing on their side. You're included in this change, though. I feel like the change, though, they're worried. Alright, finally gone. Alright. They're worried, it seems like you're not going to be happy about it, but you're included in it. Definitely included in it. You have the Romance card right above this, face down. I didn't see that till just now. So, they're trying to skirt around it. They're trying to avoid this change. I feel like they're very caught up in how this is going to affect you. I'm seeing this. On your side, I'm seeing the Page of Swords. Which means to me, I feel like you're going to take it, like, I feel like at first blush, maybe not so excited about it, but it is the Page of Swords. You might be a little discerning at first. A little on guard, but it's not like it's the Knight, or there's other cards that are more combative. This is not a combative card in the sense of like you're getting out there and you're just having a moment where you're just saying this is ridiculous. It's nothing like that. It's something more about the communication. And it's something about you're letting your partner tell you what's going on. You're absorbing it. And I feel like you're moving forward, but you're kind of like, you're trying to I feel like you're trying to get a little deeper into it a little bit. No, well, sort of, but not really where we're going. Is that where we're going? You're trying to get a little deeper into it? This change going on in your partner's life, it's affecting you. It's definitely affecting you. Where it's going, I feel like that's what you're finding out. You're trying to find, where is this going? Because I feel like your partner's starting to give it in little pieces. And I almost like, as they're doing that, I feel like you're kind of like cutting them to the quick and like, listen, I know you're kind of beating around the bush about something. Just tell me. Because I'm already realizing I'm probably not going to like it. I almost feel like that's how it comes across. Like, I feel like your partner starts telling you little pieces or dropping little hints. And then you're just like, listen, just tell me. Just tell me, because I'm not into the game of it. I know you're trying to break something to me nicely, but just tell me. Because I'm getting more anxiety about wondering what it is you're trying to tell me. Okay. Now, the love is between you and your partner, definitely. They have the Knight of Cups. You have the Two of Cups. You have something behind your card I haven't seen yet. Which is the King of Pentacles. Great card for a Taurus. Great card for a Taurus. You're very solid in this relationship. So isn't your partner. Emotionally, you're connected. You're on the same page. This relationship is very sound. So if this is hitting with you, this is a very sound relationship. Now, what is it? They have the yes face down. It's the passive yes. But basically it's saying that I don't feel like you're going to take it as hard as they think you're going to take it. I think they're really building it up in their mind that you're not going to be happy about this change. And I'm not saying you're going to like fall over yourself with joy. I really don't see that as the outcome, because the outcome you have is the Seven of Swords, which is like accepting what is lost and taking what is still available and just continuing on. It's like what has to change changes. You're just gonna like salvage what you can of the situation and move forward with your partner. I wouldn't say you were overjoyed, but you're handling it a lot better than your partner realizes you're gonna. Because this was face down. They're very happy because you're very conducive. You're very easy to get along with. You understand the whole situation. Like, you're seeing the after effect of previous decisions. I don't know if you saw it coming. You might have. You might have let it might have floated across your brain a couple times that, there was a possibility that this might happen. You're not as, you don't have as much adversity to the situation that your partner seems to be really almost paranoid that you're going to get upset or that you're going to have a really hard time with this. And I am noticing with the Two of Cups and the King of Pentacles here on your side, you have to get more information. So I feel like you're taking it slowly, you're gathering more information, the change is coming, you're dealing with it, you're putting things together. I think one of the reasons you're handling it better than your partner realizes, because I'm noticing a couple cards, 3 cards here, but one of them is really important that I think is really defining why. I didn't yawn the whole day until I sat down. Can you believe it? This is on your partner side. They have the Ten of Cups, the Sun card behind it, and then they have a year from now next to it. This is what moves this situation forward, gets it going, helps it change. And I'm really honestly thinking with the year from now, this change isn't like going to happen in 2 days or 2 weeks or even 2 months probably. Maybe 2 months. Because this year from now card, it just letting you know it's going to be a while before everything is done, said and done. It denotes like it could be, it's just basically saying, to you, it's going to seem like it's dragging out for a while. So, for example, if you're going to go visit somebody, and it would usually take you an hour to get to them, and they move somewhere else, so you can't go see them in an hour, you have to plan it, and it's going to be 2 months before you see them. That could be like denoted by this card, if that makes sense. This card is just saying it's going to be a long wait. To you, you're going to feel like you have a lot of time to plan and to work things out. That's what this card says. I know it does say a year from now, but I don't usually take cards just based on face value. To me, it says there's going to be a trip. There's going to be some things worked out. There's going to be a lot of time to settle things. I think that's why this isn't so hard for you. Not that you're over the moon about it, again, but you're realizing this is going to take some time. And you have time to gather the information you want, put things where you want them, get prepared, move things forward. It's not like you're just going to go in a bum rush and like throw stuff in a knapsack and run out the door. You have a lot of time to put things together and change what you need to be changing, plan as you need to plan. So I feel like that's why you're handling this a lot better than your partner expected. And you understand, like, you're very understanding about where the situation is, how it was going to happen. You seem to get it anyway. And the fact that they told you in enough time where you have a lot of time to plan out what you need to do, it seems like you're going to be fine. And your partner, because you seem to respond quite well according to the cards here. Your partner is having the Knight of Cups going on here. They have the Yes that was face down, which means they're not expecting you to be this conducive with it, but they're very happy about that. They have the Ten of Cups, which is very good. It's very happy family life, very happy social life, things like that. The Sun card, overjoyed, very happy, realizing it's going to take a year from now, which everything is going a lot better than your partner realized. I feel like what they were avoiding, I almost wonder if that was part of it, because you were aware that they're avoiding this and it was starting to stress them, that you realized that, it wasn't like a whimsical thing. Like they've been trying to find a way to say this that was conducive. Because the love between the two of you, they're honoring that, and they don't want to just be brash. I don't know. They want to take a lot of care in how they tell you, based on how much you mean to them. and the situation's moving forward, and how you respond to it is a great impact to their life. And the situation itself is going to be a great impact to your life as well. Correct? Yeah. So, how that moves forward, you know, while this happened is that it's the love between the two of you that's creating the situation, which it's not a bad thing, but you understand. I feel like it gives reason why it's all happening, because you get, there's the last two cards here. Your partner has the World and the Take Action. Things are moving forward. It feels like a new phase that your partner's going through, that you're included in. So I feel like that's another reason why you're looking at this. I feel like you were kind of seeing something coming forward, and I do think you let the thought go across your brain a couple times, so you kind of saw it coming. So you weren't completely, you know, shocked to death that it happened. They seemed more worried that you weren't going to take it well, and I do feel like you're taking it well. Okay? I feel like we're good with this. All right, so that's Taurus relationship. So let's go into Taurus single. How long did I spend? I went on a long time with that. Lately, I'm noticing the relationship reads, they do take a while. Which, I don't know if it's the time of year, or if it's the way I'm doing them lately, or what, but... Although when I'm recording this, it is in Virgo, which I think this goes up during Virgo too. It's going to go up at the end of this week, so I'm pretty sure we're still in Virgo. Maybe it's Virgo energy. I don't know. I'm a Pisces, so Pisces, Virgo are opposites, but Virgo energy definitely does affect me in a positive way, actually, even though it's an opposite. Usually Virgos and Pisces have some challenges to work through. Virgo energy seems to be, in my life, pretty good, which I'm very thankful for. I don't know. A couple 2 cents. I don't know why. Now, let's do Taurus relationship. Taurus single. Messages for single Taurus. Okay. Sorry, I realized I was off track there for a second with what I was thinking. A couple cards from the last read already popped in. What's that last one? It's something else. Well, we actually had 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards. 5 cards for the last one. Pop in on this too. Stop. Yeah. They're like, nope, we don't need those. We might come back to them later. Let's find out. Now, I very much, when I put down a card, if it does something on its own or it changes direction, I usually pay close attention to that. Now, your overall energy is the Emperor on his side. If I put him down like this, he went like this. So, it makes me wonder, is the Emperor going down? Is the Emperor going down? Because he's headed down towards the reading. He didn't look up, he looked down. Ace of Swords. The environment is kicking off some communication here. I'm getting this Emperor connected with the King of Swords. Is this you? No. Is this them? No. Alright, so this doesn't have to do with either of you, but there's something in the past with the King of Swords. Somebody... So this is outside. Is this together? I'm not getting like a confirmation or a denial if those two energies are together, but information's coming your way. Somebody's been saying stuff for a while, and it has to do with the person you're dating. I feel like there's somebody you're dating. If this reading is hitting, I feel like it's someone you're dating. Of course, you're single, so you're not in a relationship, but it's a dating. Like, you went on a couple dates with this person by this point. And people, or at least one person, had a couple words to say about that. And I feel like that information is still coming towards you. That's still happening. Now, the Emperor going down, I'm wondering what that means, because you're dating this person, but in your thoughts you have 2 of Cups. You may be just dating somebody, but I'm thinking you're kind of like headed towards one person, And this person you're dating, you want this person to be in your life. You want this to be a relationship. Two of Cups here. I mean, it's in your mind, it's in your thoughts, so I'm feeling like you got the love on your side going. You're standing with the Fool and the Eight of Cups. You're very optimistic, but you're wondering if you need to step on from this. Now this is conflicting, because you definitely want this person in your life. But you get the Fool and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups might come a little later. Because something is a little off here. Because I feel like the outside influence is causing some problems. And I'm more thinking they're highlighting or pointing out something that's going on that you need to be aware of. And I feel like you're trying to be optimistic, but part of you is worried about something going on here that you might have to walk on from. You definitely have these feelings. You'd like this person in your life. You would. But if what's being said is true, what's going on around you, if you find out that's true, you may just have to walk on. You are trying to be as optimistic as possible, and I feel like you're thinking whatever is being said around you is going to be proven that it's wrong, but if it is correct, you realize you might have to walk on from it. Okay. That information, this communication, it may be coming from different sources. And I feel like if it's coming from more than one source, that's why it's starting to weigh a little heavier lately. Now, I'm seeing right here in the center, which makes me feel like this is in the center part of a read. Usually when I do a personal reading, this is what's either happening now or about to happen. This seems to all connect together, like this leads into this. And it's usually either this is happening now and this is going to happen, or this has just happened and this is happening now. This all seems to be wrapped up together. But it definitely is like this leading into this usually. Now, I'm seeing the Six of Swords with the Eight of Swords. I'm afraid that something you're finding out here might be more true than not. And I feel like you're stepping back for a moment. And I feel like it's hard because you're starting to see the situation a little differently. I don't feel like there's a lot of talking going on just yet, but you're feeling like you might have to step on from the situation. You don't want to, but you're feeling like you might have to. And then the conversation comes after, and I feel like that's the Tower card. Because there's a lot of explanation, a lot of emotion. Now the Tower does not always mean complete ruin. Usually the Tower is like it falls down, things are destroyed, but then it leaves a new spot for something new to be built from. So it's usually the breakdown of the old so the new can be enjoyed. So the question is, where is this going for you? Because I got two face down cards and I got one face up card. So I'm seeing this Tower here. There's talk going on around you. You're seeing some things. You're afraid that what the talk is saying is more true than not. You step back. You think it over. You're afraid you might have to step on. And I feel like you're kind of reserving yourself to that thought that you might have to step on. Or step away. Then the Tower happens. This is the conversation between you and this person. Because the emotions are there at this point. And you're not just going to walk away and not deal with it. You're going to get in there and find out if it is the truth. You want to know, you're hoping that they have a good explanation for what you've been seeing or what you did see. You're hoping there's something to be said here. Now, that being said, in your future, I'm seeing the Star card. You got hope in the future. So this is definitely a rough moment. I want to say that. This is a rough moment. This might be an argument. But something you get out of it, you're still holding on afterwards because you're feeling like either there's a good chance it wasn't what you thought it was, and you've gotten an explanation that might be true, or you'd like to believe is true. Or B, you found out the truth, and for some reason, you're feeling like the future is okay or has a chance because either the situation's going to stop, it's been explained why it was happening, and you're confident that that's over, something happened in the situation where it was addressed, and you have hope for the future where this could work out, and you prefer this work out because of the Two of Cups in your thoughts. You really would like this person in your life, and you're trying to give best effort to figure out where this is going to go, but you're trying to give the benefit of a doubt. That's what I want to say. Because you have that Star card. Now you got two face down tarot cards here. One of them, let's find out. The top one here, Eight of Wands. Things could change really quickly. Things could change really quickly right here. But when the Star card is here, you're still standing at a spot where you're like, this could go forward, but if it does go forward, it'll go fast. Or the other side is the Hanged Man. If you don't move this forward, I feel like this could be a slow death is what you're worried about. Because you got like two paths here. You're like, am I just going to hold to the side and just let this go a little farther? The Hanged Man makes me feel like you're questioning, should you just hold back and just give it a couple more months just to see what else comes forward? Just to see what else happens? Or you got the other side that you're considering. Do I just jump in and just let the chips land where they may? Do I want to give it a shot? Just at least say that, like, even if it doesn't work out, I at least knew that I tried. Because I'm noticing there's like a divide here. Because you seem to be, you have a lot of hope in the future here, but you're not jumping. But you're realizing if I say yes and I get into this relationship, things are going to go forward fast, real fast. But if I don't say yes to this and I keep things in the casual and just hold back, I might find out more information, or I feel like you might be looking at this like you're leaving it open for more problems to occur. Is kind of what you're looking at. And you're like, I don't know if I want to do that either. So you're in between the two. What I'm seeing here at the final card, what you decide to do, the Chariot. To me, the way these cards are adding up, to me it says you're going to go into the relationship and it's going to happen fast. The Chariot is a quick mover that's going out to get something done. Now, the reason I'm not thinking this is walking out, because when I see the hope here after the Tower, the Star card, which is hope, I see it's either fast or just kind of holding back and seeing where things lie. The Hanged Man is that's not somebody leaving a situation, that's somebody stuck waiting for something to work out. Waiting to see how the chips fall. Just kind of like, if you choose that direction, you're just kind of at the mercy of what goes on around you, because you just have to absorb the information. Like, he can see and hear and talk, but he can't move. He's stuck at the tree. He can't change anything. And I feel like the Hanged Man is also talking about the Two of Cups here, where you're stuck with the feelings you have, and you really don't want to walk away from this person. You don't. Because I feel the Two of Cups here in your mind. If this is hitting for you, you don't want to walk away from this person, because you already have the feelings. So it's already hard for you to do that. For that reason, you're deciding to jump in. I'm getting the Chariot here. You're jumping in, and you're going to go for it. I'm seeing the King of Wands here at the bottom, too, only because... And the reason I'm bringing him up is because I noticed he was here, and I haven't talked about him. Which, it's a lot... It's like the base of this whole situation. There's a lot going on here. But I really feel like it's saying you're making the decision on what happens. Information's coming towards you. You're stepping back, absorbing. You're stepping back after you see something, deciding what to do about it. You're moving forward to confront the other person. You're making the decision whether that's acceptable or not. You're then making the decision to either stay stagnant for a while or move into the relationship, and then you are jumping into the relationship. So I feel like the King of Wands here is saying you have the active hand in the whole situation, in the sense of like what's going to happen next. You decide how the information coming to you is handled. You're deciding what happens between you and your partner, well, potential partner at this point, if that's going to go forward or if it's going to stop. Even though it does feel like your emotions are so connected at this point, you don't want to stop, but still you have the ability to put those brakes on. So I feel like this is saying that you have a lot of control in this situation, but it's also feeling like your heart is really kind of leading the way for you. I'm not getting any specifics, but like if it was what type of situation, because whatever's coming in from around you, I feel like what you're realizing what that is, and you're deciding, you're facing it, and you're deciding what's true and what's not and what you want to handle, but your heart's into this. I feel like you're going forward. So if this pans out, if this is matching for you and this pans out the way it looks, next month if you watch my videos, you're probably going to watch the relationship video. So that's what I'm getting. Anything else with this? I think we're good. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.